Hello, welcome to Safiar TV. I'm Safiar, and these are my videos on transitioning from doing pretty much everything as far as eating nourishment-wise to transitioning back to vegan, more so raw food vegan, which I love the most, lifestyle. So today I am showing you guys something new that I tried. I've been experimenting more with potatoes, like mashed potatoes, or buying just potatoes and steaming those, and doing that, and also doing sweet potatoes, and just feeling the difference from the, how I feel with the more starchy type vegetable, whatever you want to call it, and also experimenting with squash. And I've had butternut squash a couple of times. I had a friend that just put the whole thing in some foil, aluminum foil, and just stuck it in the oven. It was so good. It tasted like sweet potatoes, and I never had it before. And, I'm a Southern girl, so I like anything that can end up tasting like sweet potatoes or sweet potato pie. So that goes sweet potatoes, carrots, like carrot souffle, or what's the other thing that can make taste like sweet potatoes? Oh, pumpkin, like pumpkin pie, that kind of stuff. So butternut squash kind of has that same texture. So I've bought it a couple of times and have attempted to do something with it, and it usually just sits there and soaks up all the energy in my apartment, which is good too. So I bought two again. I bought a smaller one and a larger size one, okay? And I took the smaller one and tried to cut it, and let me show you my little knife. This old knife was not doing nothing with it. The butternut squash was laughing at my knife pretty much, so that didn't go too well. So I end up putting both of them in a big pan. Let me show you my pan. Whoever wants to come wash my dishes, please come. So I just stuck the small butternut squash and the large one in this pan. I tried to put some butter on it, and I just stuck it in the pan, stuck it in the oven, and kept it in there for probably close to an hour. I'm not even sure how long. And let it cool down, and I was going to just cut the skin off, but I said, what the heck, and I just kept the skin on and cut off the tip, because the tips have like the little knob things on it, and stuck it in the blender, in the Vitamix, and melted like a ton of butter, and put like half a cup of just regular white sugar, which is the antichrist for raw food, anything white, pretty much. And I blended it all up, and it tasted really good. It gave me a headache, but it tasted really good. It had that creamy, just Southern Thanksgiving pie texture to it, and it was really, really, really yummy. So then I had an epiphany. I was like, duh, Safiar, you got some dates in the cabinet. So what would it taste like if I soaked some dates, okay, and then took the other squash, the bigger one, and blended that up? So the butternut squash is pretty filling, so I was done with my meals pretty much. By that time, I was done with butternut squash. Well, we'll say that yesterday. So I did soak some dates. Here are my dates. I put about 20 in my little picture with some water, and it ended up sitting overnight since I was wasn't cooking anymore last night. It sat overnight, and I cut up the larger squash and just put it into a plastic container, and that was cool. You know, it was in the refrigerator all night. So I'm hungry, and what I just did is blend it up. First I blended up the dates that I had so they were soft, and put those in a Vitamix. I blended those up, and then I just slowly added piece after piece of the butternut squash, and then I still had some date water. So as it thickened up, I just added a little more water, and I tasted it, and it tasted really good. I had my butter and my sugar on standby just in case it tastes like crap. And you know, you put butter and sugar on pretty much anything and salt, and it'll make it taste, MSG, it'll make it taste real good. So I didn't have to do that today. So it tastes really good. There's a few pieces in here that I need to, chew, but it's creamy. I did it with the skin. Just took my time, blended it up, and voila. Here we go. We have butternut squash. I didn't let the Vitamix go enough to get hot, so it's still kind of room temperature. It's still a nice temperature. It's not too cold, and it's not warm, and I can eat it like that. And I've already taken a few bites, and it didn't give me an immediate headache like the white sugar can. And why do I have white sugar? I know people are wanting to know. Because white sugar makes excellent sugar scrubs, and I make that. Just a little bit of oil, olive oil, jojoba oil, sugar scrub. You can add an essential oil, like if you're doing your feet, maybe peppermint oil or eucalyptus or something like that. If you're doing the rest of your body, maybe something else a little bit, sexier, like a sandalwood or something like that. And during a couple of weeks of not having enough fruit or honey or maple syrup or anything, I resorted to using my sugar to make everything taste good. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.